What are you making, Aurora? What are we making, Aurora?
Stroganoff.
Stroganoff. Stroganoff. So this is not traditional stroganoff. It has the same basis. I do it just a little bit different. Add a couple other things to it.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Do me a favor and wash these mushrooms. We'll go ahead and use that whole thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna do half an onion because I got big onions here. We're just gonna put a medium dice on it. We're gonna put this onion away. It's gonna live to fight another day. Into this bowl. Washed mushrooms. I love mushrooms.
I barely like them.
I like the mushrooms in there. And today I decided to put mushrooms in there. Probably end up doing 6 or 7 of these. They're called baby bells because they're baby portobello mushrooms. We're gonna turn this to a medium heat. You're gonna get a pound of ground beef ready to go. Vegetable oil pan, just before you start it, just a little bit. So ground beef goes in, the pound of ground beef. We buy ground beef in 10 pounds around here, then vacuum seal it and freeze it. So throw some salt in there for me. Doing something where it's brown like this, you should always salt your meat brown. Mushrooms, onions, after this is nice and browned off, go ahead and toss those straight in there. And we're gonna let this cook off for a bit. It is, they all cook down and get pretty small though. Plus, I like mushrooms. So, we're gonna have mushrooms. So what? Is we'll let this cook down for probably another 10-15 minutes or so. Alright guys, so at this point you'll see that our mushrooms have started cooking down. It's been about 10-15 minutes. Our mushrooms have given up all their moisture. They'll start to brown a little bit at this point too. Forgot garlic. This is the point that you would add a little bit of diced crushed garlic. Cook it for, I don't know, about a minute, 2 minutes more. I'm just gonna add some garlic powder to this. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of flour. And we're gonna get to mixing that, and we're just gonna cook this till the raw flour smell goes away. And at this point, little by little, we're gonna add 1 32-ounce container of chicken broth, or beef broth. Container of beef broth, yeah, a little bit more. All right, okay, we'll give that a stir. Get all the stuff up off the bottom too. Alright guys, and this is where everybody's gonna freak out and be like, oh my god, that's not traditional! Cream cheese. Cream cheese and mine. I like the texture it adds.
Are you gonna add the whole thing?
I am. 1 whole cube of cream cheese. Just do it. It'll change your life. 1 cube of cream cheese. A couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce. If I were to measure this, I'd probably say a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Healthy teaspoon. Then we're gonna do half a cup of sour cream. And then get to mix in all this in. This cream cheese will melt down, everything will melt, everything will blend all happy and pretty. It'll look kind of crazy in the beginning. It's all gonna melt down. After that's gotten blended up a little bit, we're gonna do half a teaspoon of thyme. We're gonna do half a teaspoon of garlic powder because we didn't have garlic. Number 1 rule of cooking, guys, is to check to make sure you have all the ingredients before you make something. Okay, and this is a non-negotiable, well, unless you're like allergic or just absolutely hate it. Add a little bit of nutmeg to this guy. I found that a lot of Eastern European dishes have nutmeg in them, even savory ones. I have to do some research on that, see why. 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg in this. Not a lot, just enough to whisper nutmeg. Always grind your nutmeg. Black pepper it. We're gonna add noodles directly to this. We're gonna add egg noodles. You wanna grab those, Aurora? Egg noodles, egg noodles, egg noodles. That's spaghetti, egg noodles. Yep.
Egg noodles.
This mixture is a little bit thick, guys, so we're going to add a little bit of water to this once we get this going. But right now we need to finish letting all the cream cheese melt. So at this point, you guys are gonna add one bag of egg noodles. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Alright, that's good. Okay. Oh, you're perfect.
You could have just used all of this.
We'll go.
There's like barely any left.
Yeah, go ahead and add the rest.
What do you do with this much?
Yeah, no, you're right. Go ahead. You can add 1 cup. Your mileage may vary. Alright, that should be good for it. Just want enough that it kind of covers the noodles. These noodles are going to cook in here. They're going to soak up a lot of this liquid. You kind of play by ear. Alright, go ahead and add a little bit more. Okay, this should be good. So we've added about 1.5 cups of water. We're going to bring this up to a simmer. You don't really want to take it where you got a lot of milk stuff in there. Cream, sour cream. We're going to lid this and let this come up to a simmer, medium simmer. So we've got this little bit of bubbling, pretty much where we want to keep it, and you want to stir this about every 2 minutes or so. I'm going to set a timer for about 10 minutes. Make sure you stir this, come back and stir this every like 2 or 3 minutes. We'll stick to the bottom. You will notice that we have not salted this yet. We don't know what our final consistency is going to be. One of those dishes that I really like to salt at the end. You know, I salted the ground beef, but I'll salt everything else at the end. We're gonna cover this up. We're gonna stir this about every 2 minutes. We'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. So we've been about 9 minutes. I have been stirring this almost every minute. As you see, it's gotten really, really thick. We're going to salt and taste. We can get it to a point where we like it.
Don't be afraid to salt your pasta.
Salt your food and taste it. Everybody will thank you for salting your food. All you need is just a little more pepper. Aurora, you want to grab a bowl, baby? Do what? Can you eat it?
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, go. It's hot. What do you think? You like it? Mila, you want to try it? Not the mushroom.
Still eating you.
All right. Well, this isn't necessarily the most traditional. It's got some tradition to it. Mushrooms. It's got sour cream. It's got the nutmeg. If you don't like cream cheese, don't add it. I don't care. Make it your own recipe. Make it however you want. This is just baseline to make something delicious and cheap. This is really cheap to make. Let's get into this.
Is it good?
That is delicious. Like I said, good baseline stroganoff recipe, guys. You make it how you want to, but if you make it like this, it's gonna be tasty. Guarantee it. If not, then sorry, no refunds. All right, guys, we killed it. Thanks for watching again.
Bye.
Join us every Thursday as we make your favorite food. See you next time.